Waiter helps crying woman with groceries and cannot believe what was on the table the next day. Before we get into the video, if you like what you're seeing from us, be sure to click that like button. And also, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Casey Simmons is a 32-year-old waiter who works as a server at Applebee's. He's also one of the nicest guys on the planet. One day this waiter was helping a crying woman with her groceries, and the next day he saw something on the table that left him floored. Casey's been working at Applebee's for quite some time, since it was a very popular restaurant in his town. Many people knew him as one of the servers there. Well, one day he was shopping at a local grocery store. While he was waiting in line, he saw an older woman who was visibly upset. She was standing in line and she was crying. Now he wasn't sure why she was crying, but he knew he needed to do something special to try and brighten this woman's day. He approached the lady in line and he told her that he would like to pay for her groceries. According to Casey, his actions were selfish. He says that when people smile, he feels better. He says that doing things for others lightens his world. He does it for him well. The woman was really surprised by what Casey was offering and took him up on the offer. The woman's groceries came to $17 and Casey happily paid it. Just seeing the woman smiled. That was thanks enough when the woman left the store. Casey didn't expect to ever see her again, and it wasn't until the next day that something shocking happened. Casey was working his regular shift at Applebee's and a family came in, but all they ordered was a single bottle of flavored water that was the cheapest thing on the menu. It only cost 37 cents while the family sat at the table for no longer than 15 minutes before asking for the check, but Casey happily brought it to them and told them to have a nice day. He says he's never served a family whose check only came to 37. Yeah, but well, he didn't think too much about it. As soon as they got their check, they paid and quickly left. When Casey went over to the table to pick up the family's bill and to wipe the table down, he got to the table and couldn't believe what he saw. On the table was $500.37. Along with the money was a note written on the napkin. The note was written by the adult daughter of the woman who Casey bought groceries for the day before. The note read, "One of the most depressing days of the year. The day of the 3-year anniversary of my father's death, you made my mother's day wonderful. My mother was crying in the supermarket because it was the hardest day of the year for her. Your random act of kindness brightened her day more than you ever will know. Thank you for your kindness and generosity." Casey couldn't believe that this family was so generous. He says the groceries only cost $17. But for the family, it wasn't the money that they appreciated. It was the fact that Casey's kindness made their mother smile. On a day when it has always been just terrible, Casey had never received such a large tip. He had never received a tip over $100, let alone $500 on a 37-cent bill. He says that he's hoping that he can meet this family face to face one day, so that he can thank them personally for their generosity. He says that working as a server doesn't leave much money at the end of the month, so this tip would be going a long way. He also added that he would set some of that money aside and would wait until he saw another person in need. When he did, he'd have the money on hand to pay it forward. According to Casey, everybody has their own issues and most people don't know what the next person could be dealing with. Because of this, he says that you never know how much of an impact one act of kindness can have. Another person. He never imagined that day that he would make this sad widow feel better on what was, for her, the worst day of the year. If you could change somebody's day for the better for just $17, would you do it? Subscribe for more.